G'day YouTube viewers, it's Peter here from WA Metro Cichlids and Shrimp. So basically, I just wanted to do an update on both of my shrimp tanks. This is the Tangerine Tiger shrimp tank, and you can see, viewers, that I've put a lot more stuff in there for these guys, and they're really happy. I'm going to do a zoom up in a minute on, you can see them in the background. There's one at the top there above the little pot hanging off the moss, and there's a couple on the ground all over the place. But I've put in 2 little Java ferns in each corner. I've sort of changed my idea, and then I've put in a little cave rock piece, half a little brick basically in there with, and you can see there's a shrimp on there, and they like playing around on that. But here's one of my shrimp down there. He's just chilling out, having a mung. I've just chucked some food in the tank for him, so there's a bit of food swirling around in there, so that's going to get them all enticed to having a bit of a feed. And you can see they're in all different places. There's one in the corner here, and then let's go have a look at my cherry shrimp tank. I've changed that a lot, folks. You'll notice a lot of the plants in here have now been taken out of their pots and put into the gravel. I've noticed a huge difference in population in the last couple of weeks. They've been breeding like mad. You'll note this is a bit of a pea here, folks. This is one of my homegrown organic. Just want to point that out, especially to Mark, because I know, you know, and I quite agree with him, organic vegetables are the way to go, because these little guys don't have the biosystems that we can handle eating chemically grown plants and vegetables, but shrimp on the other hand like their stuff natural. So being a very fragile little crustacean, but also a robust. I find they're very robust in some aspects as well. They're pretty hardy, the cherry shrimp. It's when you start to get into the more high grade shrimps and stuff when you're going to start to really notice some skill involved in keeping the aquarium up to standards to being able to get them to successfully breed. You can see here's a nice shot of some cherry shrimp down the bottom there. And yeah, so I've also put in, I'm just going to get up here. I've also put in some more Java moss, a little rock there. They're actually having a good old time over there. I'm going to zip over the other side of the tank in a sec for you folks, and just get over there and show you all the action on what's going on over there. Okay, so I'm on the other side. It's a bit hard to get in here. Just bear with me a second, folks. I'm just going to move that out my way. So you can see here, I'm just going to focus in on that. There's quite a few shrimp hanging around that new bit of moss. So they're just loving life. Here's my other two bits of moss on the log here. And there's a little wee baby shrimp just over there. And you can see, folks, you'll notice that there's a bit of a glare off the screen here, sorry about that. That I've got algae growing on the tank glass here. And if you're a shrimp breeder, you want to leave that on there. You don't want to clean it off. If it's a display tank and you're not really worried about them breeding, by all means clean it off and get it all looking lovely. But for me, I do maintain it. I don't let it get out of control. But for me, folks, it's all about catering for the shrimp as much as for me, I enjoy looking at them and breeding them. I'm not so much worried about the glass being perfectly clean, whereas with my cichlids, it's different. Cichlids don't need algae, shrimp do. To feed on. It's what the babies basically eat. So there you go, folks. I'll just nip over and see if we can get some better shots of me Tangerine Tiger shrimp again. Let's have a look. Okay, so we're on the other side of the Tangerine Tiger shrimp tank. And we can, look, there's one there. Just chilling out, having a good old time. You can see this lucky bands with the rubber bands around the pot with a bit of moss really works well. Probably in another 6 months that whole pot will be covered in moss. But that's what I'm wanting. That's what I'm virtually trying to achieve, is a little hobbit moss home. So give us a thumbs up or a like if you're keen on that idea, folks, and seeing that eventuate. Oh look, there's one over there. So there you go, viewers, an update on my shrimp. They're working out just fine. So still time to tell on whether I have a male and female, but I'm looking at getting some more for sure anyway. So down the track in the very near future. I've just got a few other important things I've got to sort out first, and then we'll be getting a bit more of the shrimp added to the collection there from Shrimp Lovers. Big shout out to everyone, Mark, all my other viewers, Amateur Cichlid, everyone else I haven't mentioned. Big shout out, guys. And yeah, don't forget,